All right, grand rising, grand arrival, grand return, peace and blessings to the righteous and repentant alike. I'm Sophia of the AmaruKhan Band of Indians, and this is a tribal update. I haven't done one of these in a while. I wanted to wait until I had some clarification on certain processes. So if you are interested in becoming a member of the tribe, please send me an email. We do have a link in the description where you can join the Telegram group and view some of the documents. I'm going to be updating and uploading some more documents, but I just want to give an explanation of what I'm doing and explain how it's different from what other entities are doing. So first and foremost, this tribe, the AmaruKhan Band of Indians, is an open tribe. We are open to anyone who is a person who has lineage back to the 1850s. So why? Because the United States made the distinction between people who were alive in the 1850s and people who were not, and so that's the same distinction we are following with that distinction. If you have lineage back to the 1850s as a living person, you're welcome into our tribe. We also welcome in members of other tribes. You do not have to be an exclusive member of our tribe. If you're not a member of another tribe, we accept you into our tribe, the AmaruKhan Band of Indians of Chapel Hill, Piscataway. So you're more than welcome to join our tribe. However, if you're, your nationality in another tribe to be affiliated with another tribe, we will document you as such. That's not an issue. So if you're in another tribe and you would like to get the tribal services that we offer, we are open to that. We do not have a limitation like some other people do on their tribes, because our tribe, the thing that makes us different, the thing that is the quote-unquote selling point, we are a mutual aid tribe for former slave owners. You may be shocked to find out that the federal government designated you as a slave owner when they issued you a Social Security card. So and if you have a business, you've obtained other numbers, i.e. a driver's license or a marriage certificate, anything with a number on it, on paper, which I would refer to as bond paper, but it is paper that's sealed and it's numbered. Any documents like that are slaves to you. They put those numbers into the system and use them to get all kinds of things, accounts, insurance, all kinds of stuff. And so what we do with the AmaruKhan Band of Indians is that we help people escape from the burden of being a slave owner. There's some emancipation documents that are going out amongst our tribal members so that they can emancipate their slaves. Again, any Social Security number, EIN number, voter ID number, these are all slaves. And you have the right to emancipate them, and then you have the right to emancipate yourself. Does that mean that you don't work with these entities anymore? No, that's not how it works. If you read the story, which I talk about all the time, any of the slave stories from the time when they were so-called quote-unquote emancipated, a lot of them were rehired as indentured servants. So you can recontract with your emancipated entities to do certain things, and that's the processes that we talk about over in our family banking group. And our No Money Grow Money group has been defunct for a few months. Like since July, I needed to revamp it in a way that made sense, and I'm still working on that for it to be more streamlined. So, but anyway, especially in our family banking group, that is what we're talking about. We're talking about literally the processes you can do and the things you have available to you as a former slave owner. It is my belief that a lot of the processes people do don't work because they refuse to give up their slaves. They refuse to give up control over their slaves. You can contract. You have the unlimited right to contract, and it has to be used like that. And so, again, the services that we have available right now. No, let me go back to the whole emancipation thing. So, everybody who comes to us is a slave owner. Okay, all of you all are slave owners. We help people walk through the process of emancipation. When you are emancipated, you need documents. Now, it doesn't mean you can't use your slave documents. No, but you still need to have other documents. So what we provide is, for all of our members, not all of them. It depends on what kind of member you want to be. If you're going to get documentation or identification from the tribe, either a member identification or an indigenous driver's license, we walk you through the process of becoming an emancipated person, and it's a few steps. First, you have to understand what's going on. So again, you don't have to come to the tribe to do this. The reason why I'm making this video is so that you can look this stuff up and you can see. You don't need the tribe to do this. But this is what the tribe is supposed to do. It's supposed to help people walk through this process of emancipation. So before I get into all of that, it's also my belief that these quote-unquote 5 civilized tribes and these other tribes out here are tribes of slave owners. They're not telling you about emancipating yourself or emancipating your slaves. They're letting the slaves continue to be slaves and maybe telling you how to be independent from them, but your slaves are still there. You have to emancipate them in order for them to be free. And nobody else is talking about this. I've looked to see if any other tribe is speaking about this in this manner, and they're not. Maybe they do privately. I don't know what people do in their private groups, but I don't think it's fair if people know this information and they're not talking about it and discussing it publicly. People have to know how to get free from this slave holder status. So that's the reason why the courts have jurisdiction over you, because they are slave holders and they have jurisdiction over. You're judged by a jury of your peers. Who are your peers? Other slave holders. But if you're a former slave holder, a non-slave holder, all of a sudden those are not a jury of your peers. That judge cannot judge over you because they're a slave holder and you're a non-slave holder. So there's a lot of power in this status. This is the status that people would have gotten to if there weren't so many other distractions. So again, let's walk through the process. There's what we provide. When you come to us, there's an application that you fill out. Along with your application, you send a copy of your birth certificate and also a photo ID of you. We do not keep this information in a place that's digital. We keep this all off the internet. At this point, at some point we will update it, but if you guys knew how the public key infrastructure worked, you would not trust anything that's stored on the internet. So all of our documents are going to be stored paper, which is why I have to, not me, but the tribe, we have to mail you an application, and we send you a return envelope with the application, and then you mail that back to us. Okay? For the purposes of just applying to the tribe, there's 2 different prices. One price is for us to send you the application, and you can fill out the application at your leisure whenever you're ready. That's to cover the cost of sending you the application and the value of the application. Then once you send the application back to us, that's another cost, and that's because that's when we start to process the information. So I want people to be able to receive the application so they can look over it, so they can understand it. If other people want to implement this for their own tribes, whatever, that's our fee, because it did take me quite a bit of time to come up with this application. So that's what the application fee is for. It's for the price of the actual application. When you return the application, that's another fee, a separate fee. But what you will get with that application when you return it is either a member identification or a driver's license, or both, depending on your age and if you have a driver's license. If you are you looking for a tribal driver's license, you will have to also, along with your, and this is all written down, it's all in the instructions, along with your application, your birth certificate, and your photo, passport photo, one passport photo. You will also send your unofficial driver's record that you can print off. You should be able to print it off from your, wherever you have your driver's license. And yeah, I think that's it. Oh, and there'll be a signature page so that we can put your signature on your ID. The regular applications don't necessarily have a signature page. We don't need your signature because we're not going to do anything with your information without your permission. This is why people have blank signature pages where they can do whatever they want. They take your signature, they sell it, they whatever. We're not going to be doing that because, again, this is a mutual aid organization. We're not going to be doing that. So the price for that, the application cost is $15. That's for me to send you the application. The identification cost is $150. Now, what you get with that is you'll get the paperwork to do the emancipation, which you'll return to us, and we'll keep that on file. What we do with our public posting, we have public posting. So if you're not interested in any of that, but you are doing paperwork and you would like to have these things publicly posted, and we have a record book where we keep track of what we publicly post. You will get the document. Now, if you just want something publicly posted, that's going to, depending on the number of documents, that's going to be anywhere from $10 to $100. If you have more documents, closer to $100. If you have less documents, it's starting at $10, starting at for like one document. But I have a package where, depending on how many documents you need publicly posted, will go to $100 or more, depending on how many documents it is. But with each document, they're going to be, if they're already notarized, we will put them into our system, and we have a system to digitally verify documents. So what this means is that your original document will have a digital signature on it that can be used for verification purposes, that it is a document that has been digitally signed and digitally uploaded, and therefore it works for copyright purposes and it works for in general verification purposes. So you'll receive your original document, whatever you send, will be available along with the digital verification, and also a piece of paper that you can print out showing that it's been digitally verified. That is what you get when you do public postings with us. If you need notary services are mostly for people who are members, so we do encourage you to become a member, and then we can provide you with tribal notary services. But we also do have notary services for people who are not within the tribe, but you'll have to inquire separately about that because there are rules and regulations that we have to follow, and there are documents that you will have to send and sign in order to receive that service. So we are I am letting you all know that we do provide notary services, and we also provide public posting. And so there's not a lot of people who do the public posting. Our public posting is not perfect right now. We're still building it out because it is a new service. But if you are the type of person who is doing private paperwork and you want this paperwork to be like you're trying to get it posted with your state, jurisdiction, whatever, this is an alternative to that, because the digital part of it is what makes it valid. There's no way they can reject that, and it's the way that the digital part of that works. We also in general will do just general public posting. So again, I offer the opportunity, if people want to copyright their name with us, that is something that is going to be offered as a service of our religious organization. Now, our religious organization is called St Philomena Laity Church. St. Philomena is our patron saint of our tribe. She is the one who called me to do this work, period. And so she is the tutelary saint, our patron saint of our religious organization. Now, with some of the paperwork that has to be done, you could need a baptismal certificate. Those are things that we can provide. I specifically can provide as a lay person for the lay church. That's what a laity church is, a lay church. We don't have a priest, we don't have a leader, it's a lay church full of lay people who are designed to help. Soon we will be offering services. I'm still working on the funds for that, but soon we'll be offering services. If people need emergency services, we'll be able to help with that. Right now, we are offering, if you want to get your name copywritten, if you have documents that you want to be posted, they'll be posted via the tribe, but the laity church is the one who actually is going to be processing that, because there has to be an ecclesiastical church in order to hear cases on some of this information. So we have a tribal government and we have an ecclesiastical quote-unquote government, governmental organization that are working together, and that's just the way that we do it, and it is what it is. So we have a tribal notary, we have an ecclesiastical notary. We are able to do ecclesiastical services. If people want to have me come and marry them or whatever, we can work on something that's appropriate for that. Eventually we will be getting a location. I'm working on that too. But I just wanted to put out there what the tribe is able to do. Again, being a member of the Americana Band of Indians does not preclude you from being in any other tribe. The other tribes might not like it, but it's not going to preclude you from being a member of our tribe. And everyone who is a member of our tribe goes through the process. Even I filled out the paperwork, paid the fees, obviously, because we had to make sure everything worked properly, and have been working from that perspective. I know that there are some people who have been waiting to hear an update about this, which is why I'm giving the update. The main feature that I want to stress to people is that we are a tribe of emancipated slave owners. Our slaves have been emancipated. We have been emancipated. That is the main service that we provide, is full emancipation, which is just some papers that you fill out, and they need to be publicly posted so that it cannot be under question. So that is what we do. Now, another thing, a service that we provide to our tribal members is, because our tribe is under the different jurisdictions the tribe operates under, is the ecclesiastical jurisdiction. That is the St. Philomena Laity Church. We also operate under the Roman tribal jurisdiction, and what I will say about that is where our birth certificates come into play. So the birth certificates that everyone has been issued are also basically slaves because they have numbers. Our tribe offers Roman style birth certificates, and you can look that up, to know what that means. But everyone in our tribe will be, every member who becomes a member gets issued a Roman birth certificate. Now, is this a birth certificate you use in place of your regular birth certificate? No, that's not how this works. This is so that in order for you to to truly have freedom, you have to have documents that document your freedom. You can't use their documents, their birth certificate with number on it, to document your freedom. So this is a birth certificate that the tribe issues. It does not have any numbers on it, which is why we need a copy of your birth certificate so we can issue you a Roman style birth certificate that does not have numbers on it. It's also written in Latin, and it is sealed with our tribal and our ecclesiastical seal. So that was really what I was been waiting on, is getting the tribal and ecclesiastical seal. That took a long time to really put together. So I said, oh, admiralty. I have not talked about admiralty a lot yet, but admiralty is the position that you take when you're a non-slave owner, a vessel master, a former vessel master, a former slave owner. That is the actual position that you take within the country. Now, you walk around as a regular person, but if you have to ever interact with these people for some reason, you have your executive, you have a different status, and that status within maritime court is an admiralty. Because what they do now is they have a lot of jurisdictions that are all jumbled together, so you never exactly know what jurisdiction you're dealing with because they don't make it clear. And so what we do with our tribe is we make it so that you are at the top of the status no matter what jurisdiction they put you in. Either they have you in the Roman jurisdiction, you have a Roman birth certificate, or they have you in ecclesiastical jurisdiction. We have, like I said, we're able to do baptisms if you need a baptismal certificate, or you are in maritime law, which admiralty trumps maritime law. So no matter what way you look, you have your papers to operate in the multiple jurisdictions that people are currently operating in. The point of a mutual aid tribe, which is what we are, we're a mutual aid tribe, is that they're supposed to be walking people out of these jurisdictions. Just like Harriet Tubman allegedly said, she saved 1,000, but she could have saved 1,000 more if they knew they were slaves. If you knew you were a slave owner, you could be saved. But as long as you think you're the slave, you the live person is the slave, and not your numbers, all these thousands of numbers that they assign, those are all slaves. Every last one of them. And you have the right to free yourself and to free your slaves. Once you've reached the age of majority, which the age of majority is 18, there's another one at 21, there's another one at 25, there's one as low as 14. It depends on what jurisdiction you're talking about. But you have the right and the capacity, if you're an adult, you're in the age of majority at this point. You have the right to take over your accounts and to operate them in the way that you seem fit, and to fire the government as your parents, because that's really what it is. You're like a slave owner in training, right? And so if you're a training slave owner, that means the big slave owner, whoever's in charge of you, is able to set the rules. That's what the statutes are. And you come out of that when you say, hey, I'm going to emancipate my slave, so I'm not a slave owner. Well, they can't hold you to the same laws and rules as the slaves when you're not a slave owner. But when you're a slave owner, they can put you in the same category as your property. But once you're not, then they can't put you in that category anymore. And that's really what a lot of these, videos are trying to get people to understand, but they refuse to make it simple enough so that anybody can understand what's going on. So this is what's going on. And this is what my tribe, the Americana Band of Indians, is designed to resolve. This is, again, I've been working on this very hard. I put a lot of energy and a lot of effort into this. We are moving forward. So if you are interested, you're looking for a tribe, are you going to find it on the internet? No, we don't. I'm not really going to do a website except for to do the public posting. And then when we start doing charity, then you'll be able to find that. But are you going to be able to find our paperwork and stuff like that floating around on somebody's website? No, that's not how I operate, because I understand that that's a very insecure way to store the information. I do know that there is a secure way to store it, but we're working on that. In the meantime, like I said, we store everything offline and off-site. It is under lock and key. We don't sell your information. We're not going to use your information to do anything weird. And we're going to make sure that you know how to emancipate your slaves and how to emancipate yourself. And we're going to help you, walk you through the process of emancipation. That is the point of my tribe. Now, there's other tribes that are into the, activities and learning about your culture and your history and all of that. You're more than welcome to take what you've learned from our tribe and transfer it to your other organizations. This is why a lot of people were members of multiple tribes. Tribes had specific things they could do. Look at the brothers. Look at the 12 tribes. Did every brother do the same thing? Absolutely not. They all had different things they could do. This is how this is. My tribe gets you into the realm of being a, again, non-slave owner, emancipated person. And then if you want to get into your specific culture and stuff like that, you go and find a tribe that will assist you with that. If you want paperwork, if you want to learn how to live outside the system in the way that's going to actually work, that we have wins. Like, I have people that are doing things that are getting results. I have proof now. That's another thing I was waiting for. I was waiting for proof. I have proof. Not that I'm going to be sharing people's personal information, but I needed the proof so that I could express to you that I really do have proof that these things do work. I'm not making this stuff up. This stuff is accurate. Okay? So it does work. And I hope that that makes sense to people. I'm not trying to, sell anybody anything useless. I do think that people need these things of which I'm talking. They need the education more than anything else. And that's one thing we will be doing in the tribe is ongoing financial education. Not just finances as in how the government works, but literally that's what No Money Grow Money is. Learning how to know what money is, identify the money, how to spend it, how to invest it, how to deal with it, how to work with it, because we cannot allow money to become our God. That is really what we bow down to money. That is what messed our people up. We cannot allow that to happen again. And we're not going to do that by not talking about money. The only way that we're going to not allow that thing to become our God is to talk about it a lot. The same amount that we need to talk about astrology and how it ties into everything, is we have to talk about money just as much. And I did a video about this a few months ago where I said money in politics is the taboo of the Hebrew Israelite. And so that's exactly what this tribe is designed to tackle. I can't even go into all the words of the things that I'm working on, but I'm letting people know, opening the doors. If you're interested, please send me an email. My email is in the description. Also, there's a tribal email, which is marykhanaband@gmail.com. I'm going to put that in the description as well. I didn't want to put it in until I started talking about it. So now that'll be in the description. You send me an email, and I'll explain to you how to make the payment. Another thing is, I'm going to suggest to people that they don't use Western Union for money orders. I had a huge problem with Western Union. I won't be accepting Western Union anymore. I don't know what exactly the problem is, but I'll take postal money orders or Zelle or Cash App. I'm not going to be dealing with Western Union or MoneyGram or any of these money order places. Just the post office or Zelle or Cash App, because Western Union they got a problem. They literally stole one of the clients' money, and I'm still trying to figure out how to deal with it, because it's really, really bad and I don't like it. So we won't be dealing with no Western Union money orders, and no Western Union, no MoneyGram, no random money orders. You'll have to go into the post office and get a money order for the tribe. I'm going to tell you that now. If you're going to do money order, we can take money orders. It's not a problem. You're just going to have to go to the post office and get a money order. I can take Zelle, Cash App. That's basically it for right now. I can also take Chime. I prefer not to, but I can take Chime. But yeah, we're not going to be doing, definitely not going to be doing no regular money orders, because that was a huge problem. So if you're interested, again, the application is $15 for me to mail it to you. I print it out. It has value added to the application, which I am not going to go into detail here, but I will, once people, I'm going to make a video going over explaining the the application and how it's supposed to be filled out, and that will be on the Telegram if people are interested in seeing that. I'll also make a video going over the Emancipation documents and how that works, and also going over our public posting. So those videos, they'll probably be up by Monday. I'm going to be working on those. So if you are interested in joining the tribe, you want to get started, the application is $15. The actual membership is $150. Is this going to be yearly? Is it going to be whatever? No, as of right now, it's a one-time fee. We are going to offer services like, again, the public posting that is ongoing, where we anticipate, bringing in our money from. Because the public posting is not going to be for everybody. It's only going to be mostly going to be for tribal members or people who are friends of tribal members. You know what I mean? It's going to be somebody has to know somebody, because again, it's not going to be on the internet. You're not going to be able to go to the internet and type it in and find out anything. The public postings are already on the internet, and so if people are interested in that, I will post a link so that you can see what the public postings look like. For now, again, that's going to be updated as we bring more people in. So I am looking for people to join the tribe. If you're interested, if you're looking for a tribe to join and you don't want to continue to be a slave in this system, being a non-slave in this system, or a former slave owner in this system, we don't know all the ins and outs of that yet. So I can't tell you, oh, this is what it's going to look like, all rainbows and sunshine. But what I can tell you is I know that the things that we're doing work. I have proof that they work, and it's not going to take long for things to turn around. 6 months to a year for sure. If you're in our No Money Grow Money group or our family banking group, we've already started on the processes. Oh, if you want to copyright your name, you can also send me an email, or send an email to the tribe. That's also not available, going to be available on the website. You have to literally reach out to me. That cost for that is $150. And for more information on that, send me an email and I will send you the information packet, and also what you have to do, the paperwork you have to do. And we already have a video. I already have a video for that, so I will label that and put that on the in the Telegram group as well. This is not for people to go to Telegram and just look around and see all the stuff and steal. If you have a tribe and you would like any of these services to be offered to your tribal members, the cost is the cost. You send them to me, you say, I'm from X, Y, and Z tribe, and I need this, I need that. Send them to me. The cost is the cost. That's how much it costs. But don't think that you're going to take my paperwork and my processes and apply them to your tribe and take the money that's meant for my tribe. No, we need the money to help people. I know that a lot of people have tribes. They're not helping anybody. They're not talking about how they're going to give money back and put money back into the community. They're not taking money out of their pocket to put back into the community. So I don't want to hear about that. Anybody who needs the stuff that I have, send them to me. The price is the price. Okay? And this is the price for now. As we get more people in and I'm able to have more verifications of that the stuff works, we're going to have to increase the price on some things. So it's not like, oh, well, I'll call her in 10 years and she'll be still doing it for the same price. She's going to honor that price. No. As of right now, effective immediately, whenever you see this video, which is, I don't even remember what today is. Today is September the 13th. As of September the 13th, application is $15. Membership is $150, which includes a member ID and or a indigenous driver's license. And public posting is ranging from $10 for one document all the way up. Depending on how many documents you have, we'll give you a bulk price discount. And what was the other thing? Copyright your name. If you want to copyright your name, it's going to cost $150. That's the price. Especially if you don't already have anything done, we'll walk you through it. We're available to help. I talk to people all the time about what they're working on, and I give them my thoughts. The thing I want to finish this video with is my thoughts about people teaching people how to do these processes. There's a lot of people on the internet that are talking to people about how to do these different processes. Some of them, most of them, have not had success with their processes. They're teaching it because they know people want to learn and they want to make money. They're doing it for money. I don't care about the money. I have said that 1,000 times, 100,000 times. I take the money because it's what's required. Energy has to be exchanged in order for things to be done. And the energy medium that we operate in is money. But I don't care about money. Nobody in my tribe cares about, no leadership in my tribe cares about money. If I feel like people have things with money where money is a thing that they have an issue with, especially it's in your chart. I mean, there's certain things that are just in your chart that I can see. And those people, I can't allow them to be in a leadership position in my tribe because we're not doing any of this for money. This is not about the money. Nor is it about you converting to my religion, my faith, my God, or whatever. This is not about that either. I don't care about that. You keep your religion, you keep your faith, you keep your God. What I care about is freedom. I want people to be free. I don't want people to be slave owners and therefore subject to the laws of the slaves. I don't want people to continue to carry around slaves and have these slaves working for them day in and day out with no relief. I don't care about none of that other stuff. What I care about is the freedom. Nobody should be having slaves. Slaves are always supposed to be freed, period. That's how it works. You have a slave, after 7 years, you send them back home. And the fact that nobody is freeing their slaves, I mean, part of this process is freeing your bloodline. You have to actually free their slaves too. This is not just about you. This is freeing your bloodline slaves too. And there's paperwork for that. That's a whole nother process. That's something we'll get into. But you have to free your bloodline. You can't just, this country is falling apart. This country that we built is falling apart because people won't free their slaves. They won't free the slaves of their bloodline. They can't. They don't know how to. There's no process. So that's what we do in this tribe. We are freeing your slaves and the slaves of your bloodline. Because you're the living person who is able to do that. Once the people cross on the other side, they're no longer able to free their slaves. So you have to do it for them. It's the only way that they can get freedom. And it's just some papers. So if you think I'm going to be charging an arm and a leg for that, absolutely not. I don't care. But what I won't do is let other people take advantage of the information I had to work hard for. So people who have tribes, you can come and talk to me. We can chop it up. And but the price is the price. And people, you have to pay. And then if you figure out how to do it without my information, that's fine. You can copy everything that you learned from me, but the price is the price. You're not going to get it for a lower price. But it would be nice if your tribe did what your tribe does, is specialized in, and you allow me to do what I specialize in and send people to me because this is what I specialize in. That would be nice. That would be the best way for this to work out, for us to work together. Mutual aid tribes for us to work together. That would be great. I will have a picture of what the IDs look like. That will be in the group. If you've joined the Telegram group, you'll start to see this stuff pop up over the weekend. You'll see, I'll just give samples and examples people can look at. And if you're interested, again, send me an email. It's better if you just send me an email. The tribal email's not up yet. But I will be making postings over the weekend about that. So if you are ready to be emancipated, if you're ready looking for a tribe to join who's going to tell you how to do this stuff, if you're looking for a group of people who know how to work as non-slave owners within the system, 9 times out of 10 you won't have to come to me. Because people who know it aren't willing to tell it, and people who can tell it are dead. So, or gone. And they can't. I feel like I'm the only person who really knows this. And it's only because, again, as I mentioned, St. Philomena called me to do this work. And you have heard the fake, not me, because I never wanted to do this stuff. I never wanted to do this. I was trying to be a good whatever person and deal with other people, and it just didn't work out. So that's all I have to say about this. There's some more videos coming with other subject matter. So peace and blessings, everyone, and we'll see you in the next video.